The long-awaited sequel to Godzilla vs. Kong, which was released in 2021, is Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire. Godzilla vs. Kong pitted its titular creatures against each other in a high-stakes battle that threatened the world's survival. In the upcoming part, another beast is set to appear among these beasts from before in Godzilla x Kong 2. Let's find out who it is. It was a blockbuster action spectacle like the rest of the MonsterVerse films that used massive spectacular effects and destructive storytelling to develop the stories of its favorite monsters. Godzilla and Kong will team up once more in Godzilla x Kong 2 to battle an even more terrifying enemy. Cast members from previous Godzilla and Kong MonsterVerse films will reprise their roles in Godzilla x Kong 2, owing to the interwoven nature of the cinematic world. However, it has been stated that several new characters will be introduced to make this edition bigger and more spectacular than the last. Godzilla x Kong boasts a hugely brilliant cast roster that includes both returning and newbies, with some of the new actors even pushing outside their comfort zone and starring in their first big action film. Which of the 4 MonsterVerse films that have been released so far is the best? Let me know your view in the comment section. Coming back to our topic, Godzilla vs. Kong is the last released movie from the 4, produced by Warner Bros. And Legendary Pictures Kaiju franchise, taking the franchise to new heights of action and scope. While Godzilla King of the Monsters pitted him against his Toho counterparts, Mothra, Rodan, and King Ghidorah, who made their Western debuts in the spectacularly enormous free-for-all, Godzilla vs. Kong pitted the scaly titan against King Kong himself. Despite not having appeared in any of the previous MonsterVerse films, Dan Stevens' character is planned to be the protagonist of Godzilla x Kong 2. Most plot specifics for the film are unknown. However, Stevens' role will most likely be comparable to that of Alexander Skarsgård's character, Dr. Nathan Lind, in Godzilla vs. Kong. Stevens is most recognized for his role as the Beast in Disney's live-action Beauty and the Beast adaptation. Yeah, he is the Beast we were talking about in the intro. The movie updates imply that it will be an epic battle, especially given the ending of the first film. The MonsterVerse's future has always revolved around the release of Godzilla vs. Kong. 6 years before Godzilla vs. Kong was released in theaters and HBO Max, Warner Bros. And Legendary Entertainment announced plans to make a King Kong feature alongside a Godzilla sequel. Everyone knew it would eventually lead to a Godzilla and Kong clash. Kong Skull Island was released in 2017 by Jordan Vogt Roberts, while Godzilla King of the Monsters was released in 2019 by Michael Dougherty after Gareth Edwards' first film. Everyone understood that the purpose was to lay the groundwork for the two beasts to meet on the big screen in 2021. However, no potential MonsterVerse sequels were announced before the film's premiere, likely because the company didn't want everyone to know who would win. Given how Godzilla vs. Kong ended, with both monsters becoming kings of their realms, Godzilla remaining the alpha titan on the surface and Kong reigning as king of the Hollow Earth, they're returning to finish their struggle in Godzilla x Kong 2. The protagonists of the MonsterVerse franchise are usually members of the military, scientific or medical communities with professional knowledge of these animals and how to combat or protect them. Before continuing, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for future updates. Returning to the subject, Eileen Andrews originally appeared in Godzilla vs. Kong as a linguist studying Kong on Skull Island and assisting the government in his capture and containment. She played an important role in that film, and given the ongoing relationship between Kong and Godzilla, she will play an important role in Godzilla x Kong 2 as well. Rebecca Hall, who played Maya Hansen in Marvel's Iron Man 3 and Ben Affleck's love interest Claire in The Town, reprises her role as the character. She is also an accomplished director, having made her feature directorial debut with Passing in 2021. Another character who made his on-screen debut in Godzilla vs. Kong was Bernie Hayes, who was one of several conspiracy theorists who learned what Monarch was up to behind the scenes. His knowledge and fearlessness were critical to the story's development, and it's easy to envision him being called upon again for future meetings between the eponymous giants in Godzilla x Kong 2. Gia, the adoptive daughter of Eileen Andrews, has a natural bond with Kong that has helped guarantee his collaboration with the authorities. Despite their inability to converse, Gia and Kong maintain a mutual understanding of one another, making her an important aspect of the ongoing MonsterVerse plot. She is essential to the plot of the film since she is the only human Kong trusts and wants to interact with. At Gia's prompting, Kong travels to the Hollow Earth and even decides to partner up with Godzilla, and there's a reason why the two have such a strong affinity. Kaylee Hottle, who made her on-screen debut in Godzilla vs. Kong before starring in one episode of Magnum P.I., reprises her role as Gia. She was last known as Iwi, a group of humans that lived peacefully on Skull Island thousands of years ago. Though the Iwi were naturally afraid of the violent skull crawlers that roamed the island, they appeared to have a working relationship with Kong's ancestors, and the two species coexisted peacefully. Kong became the last of his kind after the alpha skull crawler Ramarak murdered his parents, yet he continued to live with the Iwi. Although Fala Chen's role in Godzilla x Kong 2 has yet to be revealed, she has officially joined the cast in a fairly significant capacity. The inclusion of new actors and actresses is a significant step for this sequel, as in previous MonsterVerse films, it is the newcomers to the cast who make the largest impact and lead their characters to become fan favorites. Chen previously appeared as Ying Li, the title character's mother, in Marvel's Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, Jolene in HBO's The Undoing, and Cynthia in the Irma Vep franchise. Alex Ferns has also joined the cast of Godzilla x Kong 2 in an unspecified role, although these unknown individuals are unlikely to have anything to do with the mysterious power that is reuniting Kong and Godzilla. The major antagonist in Godzilla x King 2 is an ape-like titan from Kong's species. Therefore, these new characters should provide some insight into its beginnings. Ferns has previously starred as Commissioner Savage in The Batman, Trevor in EastEnders, and Sergeant Mosk in the Star Wars series Andor. The villain revealed in Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire confirms a significant idea regarding what transpired during the Titan War. As of yet, the actual details of the ancient Titan War fought between Godzilla and Kong's forefathers are unclear. However, the MonsterVerse's new trajectory suggests that some long-awaited answers are finally on the way. Rachel House, another mysterious addition to the film's cast roster, will feature as a completely new character. Given the actress's history with comedy films and particular directors, her involvement is likely to provide some much-needed levity and comedic relief to the plot. Taika Waititi, mostly known for playing Topaz in Thor Ragnarok and Paula in Hunt for the Wilder People, has regularly cooperated with her. She also played Grandma Tala in Moana and Terry in Soul in Disney animated films. As the video comes to an end, guys, tell me which character you like the most between Godzilla and Kong. I choose Kong. Let me know your opinion in the comment section. Thanks for watching the video, and we'll see you at the next one.